The Austrian Alpine have definitely kept us occupied as the summer break gets underway. After Piastri, a 21-year-old Australian, was named Alpine's driver for the 2013 campaign, he went public and refuted Alpine's claims. Why? You might be asking. Stick around until the very end of this video to find out the real reason. The Piastri and Alpine controversy first started when Alpine was supposed to send Piastri to Williams. This was part of an agreement that would see the British constructors use Renault engines beginning next season. The F2 champion from Australia should have taken Nicolas Latifi's seat so that he could gather experience and eventually replace Fernando Alonso, who was set to continue his contract with Alpine until 2024. Then, unexpectedly, Sebastian Vettel announced his retirement. From that point on, everything descended into chaos. While everyone anticipated that Hülkenberg or Schumacher would be the two primary potential Vettel replacements, it suddenly became clear that Alonso would take Vettel's place at Aston Martin. However, given Alonso's generally negative experiences with Ocon and Alpine, this is not something that is out of the ordinary to anticipate. The Spaniard struggled with consistency, and his teammate Ocon wasn't much of assistance when he was moving very slowly. Alonso's inability to focus and perform well in Alpine as a result is the key factor contributing to his season low point total. If Alpine called him for a request to extend the agreement past 2022, Alonso claimed it wouldn't take him more than 10 minutes to make arrangements with Alpine. It seems Aston Martin was faster to pull the trigger on the two-time champion, as Alonso chose to accept their offer to race for the British team under ineffective leadership. After that, Alpine made the announcement that Piastri would take Alonso's place starting in 2013 and beyond. However, the young driver later declared on Twitter that he will not be driving for Alpine in the upcoming season, writing, "I understand that without my agreement, Alpine F1 have put out a press release late this afternoon that I am driving for them next year. This is wrong, and I have not signed a contract with Alpine for 2023. I will not be driving for Alpine next year." Why, therefore, would a young and a promising driver like Piastri turn down a position with a team that is competing with McLaren for the P4 spot in the championship this year, and a team that does have adequate equipment to be the best of the rest? Oscar Piastri most likely already has a spot on another team locked up. That would be the most reasonable justification for his denial of Alpine, the team that has mentored him for 4 years and with whom he was able to capture the F3 and F2 championships. He served as the team's backup driver and still does, so his inability to secure a spot for the 2022 season left him feeling rather let down. The decline for Piastri's clause to be activated and confirm him as an Alpine driver expired on July 31st, according to rumours, but this hasn't been confirmed by Alpine. This is crucial because Alpine has already lost the chance to sign Piastri by that point, and it would only make sense for him to look for another team, as he and his manager, Webber, would need to be ready for this kind of option. Alpine kind of dropped the ball in this situation because they were taken aback by Alonso's reaction, which occurred around the same time that he revealed that he would leave the team for Aston Martin. They didn't focus enough attention on Piastri, which might have been the main factor in his decision to join another team. Piastri's decision to decline the offered seat at Alpine has yet another reason, and it has to do with how they treated him prior to 2022. Even though Alonso was in his 40s and still a very good and talented driver, Piastri believed that he should have been given that slot. All things considered, you shouldn't blame him for having such high standards since he just finished a title season in F2 and won the F3 division. In any case, his decision to decline the 2022 seat may have served as the catalyst for his decision to run for another team. Prior to the season, Piastri may have agreed to a deal with a different team, such as McLaren's or Williams, and they may have given their strong approval to maintain the status quo. Alpine had named Piastri the driver next to Ocon, and he needed to put an end to the rumours as soon as possible. That is why Piastri felt the need to step in. If you think about it, these weren't rumours at all, and an official Alpine statement further escalating the controversy. Williams and McLaren are two teams that are interested in acquiring Piastri. The majority of the teams were interested in signing him before the 2022 season, but as he was an Alpine reserve driver, his commitment to his team was only logical. But it's highly likely that Piastri thought that Alonso would stick with the Alpine until 2024, and that was too long for him to wait to enter the F1 car. Who could blame him after all? We believed the same thing, and strangely enough, Alpine agreed with us. They claim that rather than learning about Alonso's statement with Aston Martin directly from the Spaniard, they learned about it from the media. Of the two teams that are rumoured to be the best landing spots for Piastri, Williams and McLaren, one has the potential to cause a massive shake-up for the 2023 drivers' lineup. If McLaren decides to pull the plug on Piastri and sack Ricciardo, although the older Aussie has a contract until the end of next season, that could very well be a reunion between Ricciardo and Renault. In any case, why not? Even though he is constantly upbeat about his time at McLaren, it appears that it has been far from ideal. He brought podiums to the team when they were struggling greatly. Paul Di Resta, who also commented on Alonso's departure, said, "It's very odd. I think the whole paddock was caught by surprise going into the summer break when the silly season starts with drivers' contracts. Fernando going to Aston, I hadn't heard it anywhere. I don't believe my colleagues heard it either, and it also caught Otmar by surprise." That has led on to what happened obviously with Piastri, who has been an Alpine junior. They have even been lobbying him, saying how good he is and where the seat is going to come up, and even trying to place him within the F1 paddock because he's an asset to them in the future. Now, that statement that he has put out, I find it very surprising that he's rejecting a team that is in the top 4 and has a great upward trajectory, that you wouldn't want to drive for them. That could only mean that he's got another seat secured somewhere else. Where is he going to be driving? Is it McLaren? Is it Williams? Daniel Ricciardo is left with what? Putting him in a car was what Alpine wanted, but it's clear that he believes he's going to be driving at somewhere else. Di Resta continued, he had obviously taken that decision thinking that Alonso was staying, and it did feel like he was part of the furniture, and it was going to be the obvious thing that he continued to go on. Piastri could well be disappointed with the way Alpine's strategy works too. For example, we've seen how Ocon has compromised the races of Alonso when he was much slower than him on multiple occasions in Jeddah and Hungary. Another reason is that Piastri could have been promised preferential treatment or at least equal treatment with another team. It's reasonable to presume that he and Albon would be allowed equal opportunities to fight on the track if that team were Williams. If the team is McLaren and Piastri has been guaranteed that he won't have to get out of the way for Norris, it is a highly enticing offer that few people can refuse. Alpine's policies towards drivers contributed to this happening in the first place. It is uncommon to recruit a talent like Piastri into your ranks, so the team lost a driver who is likely to transfer his skills and knowledge to another squad. By not paying enough attention to or concentrating on this issue, Alpine undoubtedly botched their own strategies. If you enjoyed watching this video, give it a like. Was the decision taken by Piastri in his best interest? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Please share and subscribe to our channel to get more updates on the Formula 1 world. You can also click on the bell icon to turn on post notifications so you can get notified anytime we upload a video. Bye for now.